Hi everyone. I received a question from user LCAP22 who wants to know my views on feminism, what I think about feminism. I think it sucks and it can go fuck itself. I believe in equality, and when you focus on the equality of a specific group of people and label it women's rights or gay rights or whatever, that's not focusing on equality. And I understand the idea is to highlight the issue that there's an inequality there, but I think what it does is it separates people too much. And it polarizes people, and that's really not what we're trying to do. I think a really good example is something that I saw. It was a bumper sticker from Amnesty International that said, "Stop domestic violence against women and children." And all I could think of was, well, what about domestic violence against men? I mean, either domestic violence sucks, or we hate men and we think it's cool when they get stabbed in the throat by their wife. So, which is it? If we hate domestic violence, well, in the US at least, domestic violence cases that are women on man make up about 40% of the cases of domestic violence. Women are more likely to use a weapon, and men are less likely to report the domestic violence because of the type of society we have. Doesn't that suck? And then at what point does that child stop becoming a child and become a man? At what point do we say, I really want to stop domestic violence against you, and, well, I really don't care if somebody strangles you with an electrical cord? When do we stop that? So I think it's stupid. I don't think that we need feminism. We don't need to highlight women's rights anymore. The reason is because we have laws against it. For example, maybe decades ago, if I went to work, my boss could try to sexually harass me and maybe make some kind of offer that if I did him a sexual favor, I could get more money at work. If he does that to me now, there are laws against it, so I don't have to put up with his shit, and I can make sure that nobody else has to put up with his shit either by suing him. If somebody tries to have sex with his wife, and the wife doesn't want to have sex, if he forces her to have sex, that's still considered rape. And that's fantastic, because nobody should be forced to have sex against their will. It doesn't matter if you're married. You are still a human being. You are not property. And that's fantastic. Many, many years ago, that wasn't a thing. If you were a wife and your husband wanted to have sex, even if you didn't want to have sex and you put your foot down and said, no, I'm not going to have sex, he could just rape the shit out of you, and that's okay. And it wasn't considered rape. Now it is. So I don't think that we can do more than what we've already done.